What's up, guys? We are back again, and I want to do another video talking about my previous work history. It's fun, man. I enjoy talking to you guys about this. For those of you that do not know, I have worked in all kinds of places in my life. I've worked retail, I've worked construction, I've done restaurant, fast food, retail, I've done delivery, I've done appliance work, I've done home theater work, everything. Obviously, with what I'm doing now, I do pretty much all the above. But just to get into one of the jobs I had, which was a joke in my opinion, let me give y'all a little bit of a backstory though. What originally happened was when I was, what was I, like 21? Yeah, I was like 20, 21, something like that. Originally, what happened was I was trying to get a job, and I had a couple buddies at the time. I had a buddy living with me actually, and I had another buddy of mine that I recently got back in contact with. So we were all looking for jobs, and we finally got a job together. And after looking at everything over the years, when I think about this, is I think I initially got this job because of my friend at the time, because initially they weren't going to hire me because they didn't even know who I was, and he knew the owners, and he's like, well, hey, my friend, you know, he put in, and they saw my application. They're like, oh, okay. And it makes me feel bad because it's like, okay, what, I can't get a job on my own. When I found out, I didn't believe him, and then finally when I thought about it, I'm like, it kind of makes me wonder, like, what the heck was said or what was done, because you never know in this world, right? So initially, this was a barbecue joint. It's called East River Smokehouse, and they're still located in Florida. And I'm just gonna say this: I recommend you never eat there. I don't know how the service is now. The owner and I, we have not seen eye to eye in a long time. He's a very conniving con artist who owes a lot of people a lot of money, and he the way I know how to say it is that he moved from one location to the next, asked his employees to do so, then try to get ready for the next opening the very next day, right? Which was stupid. And so I used my truck I had at the time to move everything from one location to the next. I helped out. I was giving gas money. I was giving like 160, but overall it racked up to about 200 because I was going back and forth, right? Back and forth, 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 back and forth. And it was a pain in the ass. Well, long story short, I was a dishwasher there and a prep cook. I was very fast at my job. I was able to get, you know, the prepping done early, and they'd always complain, oh, well, you're doing it too quickly or not fast enough. And then at the same time, I had ones with dishwashing. There was really nothing to do because we weren't that busy in the daytime. And my buddy was a busser, and my other buddy, he was the dishwasher at night. So I worked during the day, he worked at night. Okay, not a big deal. Now, here comes the big problem. There was a lot of deception going on between me and my so-called friends at the time, and that's for another story. I'm no longer friends with either one of them because they were saying a lot of crap behind my back, and a lot of other stuff happened. But the people I worked with, there were some good people there, I won't admit that, but I got treated like crap 90% of the time. Pretty much what would happen is I would get told, oh, well, you're going to do this and you're going to do that, and then saying that I didn't know how to clean a dish properly, which I did. And then also I had one time where this girl that was supposedly training me, she thought because her uncle worked there, and she was, you know, he worked there so long, she knew everybody, and she, you know, lived the life of a trucker, that she was a badass, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't care what life you lived. But apparently she went ahead and tried stating that this dish was dirty, even though it really wasn't. And she threw it in my face, literally in my face. And she tossed it right in front of me. She says, well, if your family comes in here, then that's what they're going to have to eat, and da-da-da-da. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay, first off, you don't know me. Second, you don't know my family, because they tell you and it'd be a whole ordeal, making a long story short. Well, it got worse and worse and worse. There was times where I had to go get ice, and it was in the rain, and then I had to help with everything, and it was bad, man. I mean, they gave me one shirt, or a few shirts. I didn't have the shirt with me because I didn't know what was going on. And they're like, oh, well, you don't have another shirt in your car? And I'm like, dude, why would I have another shirt in my car? like I live 20 minutes up the road, if that, depending on traffic, right? And so, or not that, 10 minutes up the road. And so I got soaked and I had to hurry up, get there, come back. They had a problem with that. Then what was the real kicker in the teeth? I'm getting crap from one of the cooks about one of my buddies, and because he doesn't know how to do this or that, and he was our boss back there, and then the main manager, he got involved, and he wanted to have a big problem with all of us. Well, it just didn't really go anywhere. I felt very like the new kid on the block that just didn't fit in, because everybody knew each other. It was so-called family owned. There was other friends of mine, or people that I made friends with, that they got treated very badly, and they were just, I mean, it was a mess, man. I mean, they didn't have nothing together. Their food wasn't the best, and there was maggots in the damn freezer. There was even times where the food was bad, the wings was bad, the where they would make their barbecue for the wings and everything like that, it'd be in there for like a couple days, and the next thing you know, it'd be there, and it's like, dude, it's been there for like half a week, and yet you're serving it to people. What the fuck are you doing? So that's pretty much, like, I can guarantee you this, and I'm just using an example. You get someone that's a very high chef, like Gordon Ramsay, for example, he could shut them down in a heartbeat. I can guarantee you. But to make a long story short here, guys, what ended up happening with me is I got sick. And it's weird. And I try not to get sick anymore, but I got sick one time. I had strep, I think it was strep throat. Yeah, I want to say it was strep throat. And I had a note. And I went to the doctor, and I had a note. And what ended up happening was I was off for about 3 days. And I told them, I said, hey, I'll return in this amount of days. I got strep throat. I got a doctor's note. Well, the one says, well, oh, okay, but you're not. We don't need you to return because we don't need this type of thing around our restaurant. I said, I'm sorry, excuse me. And he goes, well, we're gonna have to let you go because of basically whatever reason. They didn't have a reason. They just wanted to let me go. And I think someone else I knew was fired beforehand. They didn't have a reason to fire me. So what ended up happening was they pretty much they fired me, and I called up. I was angry because I didn't have another job lined up at the time. So I go and I talk to the owner's wife, and she informs me, oh, well, he's in Pensacola, which was about, from where we were, from where I lived to Pensacola in Florida, was about 30-40 minutes away. And she said, but he'll be up here tomorrow. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And so I go up there, and I'm told by him, hey, meet me at this time in the morning so we can have a conversation. Okay. So I go up there the next morning. He's nowhere to be seen. And I go in there, and one of the waitresses that I was friends with, she's like, well, hey, what are you doing here? And I told her what was going on. And she was like, that's messed up. And come to find out, he was never there. And the wife, supposedly, she lied and covered for him. And she said that, oh, he was in Pensacola. And I'm like, really? And I literally told her to her face, I said, your husband is a two-faced narcissistic liar. And and everything I found out about this person, he owes money to a lot of people, but he's friends with a lot of the local law and all that kind of stuff. And it really gets me of how you want to put your fingers in everything, but you're so far in debt that there's people that I met over the years after that all that occurred that he owes money to, that he still owes money to. He owes me money, and he doesn't even remember me when I brought it up one time. This was on social media, and he's like, well, and I'm like, bro, you don't even remember me. And it's hilarious because it was on a public post on Facebook that I made what I thought of it, and he didn't like it. And then he got all mad and everything. But yeah, there were so many people backing me up because of the way I guess he treats his customers and everything of that nature. I never worked for that person again. I never came in contact with this person again. And I hopefully you guys don't ever go there. I mean, don't ever go to East River Smokehouse in Florida. Don't. It's not worth it. It's not. I guarantee you can find better barbecue anywhere in that area. I guarantee you. Like I said, man, things happen. I just go in here talking about it because I figure why not. I mean, it was years ago, but like I said, everybody's, you know, either you change or you don't change, or, you know, your stuff improves. But either way, there's a lot of stuff about companies that I'm shocked that there are some that I know personally that are still in business. But either way, guys, I figure go ahead and let y'all know about that story. Let me know if you guys are enjoying these stories, man. I know I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying talking to you guys. I'm enjoying recording, just talking about this. And let me tell you, there's some other stories that I'm probably going to be discussing. And again, if I'm still wearing the same things, it's because I'm doing these videos and I'm driving for a bit of time, so that's the reason why I'm doing it. But more of the time, I'm either driving home or driving to work or somewhere else. But either way, I'm probably going to do another video here very soon. It's going to be on the phone. And I don't know, but let me know what you guys think about this story. You guys have anything similar like this where you just got treated very badly? And but either way, let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys on the next one.